Welcome back, friends, to Profit Guru. I'm Cassandra Barney, and this is the place to be for everything Amazon selling related, plus other ways on how you can make money online. Today, I want to show you guys yet another way that I love to source products for Amazon arbitrage. If you've been with me here on Profit Guru for a while, you know that I love to share a ton of different sourcing methods. And that's because sometimes one method might not be working and maybe you'll have to use another one. Or some days you might not feel like doing a specific method, so you might want to have another one in your back pocket. Because let's be honest, sourcing can get super tedious and super boring. So one day you might not be having any luck and you might need to switch it up a little bit. Today, I want to share with you one that I haven't shared previously, but I've been finding some really good Amazon arbitrage using this model. So let's jump right into it.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with Profit Guru. I'm a teacher, mother of three, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at Profit Guru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you.
All right, so this method of sourcing is buying stuff on Amazon to then resell on Amazon. I know that probably doesn't make much sense, but let me show you exactly what I mean by this. So right here you can see on March 31st, I placed an order for 1 plus 9, so 10 of these straighteners. And I paid a total of $152.50 for all 10. Now that means that each straightener comes out to $15.25 a piece. So now if I bring you over to the listing for this straightener, let me show you what these sell for. So you can see right here my purchase history for it. And right here, the suggested sell price that they're giving me is $45.88. So what happened was I was just searching on Amazon for products and the straightener popped up and it showed that it was super discounted. So then what I did was I took the ASIN and I copied it over to bring into tactical arbitrage. So from here, I go to the analysis page and then I want to go to the tactical edge. Put the ASIN right there and fetch the information on the specific product. I literally love tactical arbitrage for arbitrage on Amazon because it tells you so much information. So right here alone, I can see my little Keepa graph. I can extend it to see the range. Right now it's set on 90 days. I could pull it up to a whole 365 view to see what the selling history is like. So way back here in May, June 2021, I can see the buy box right here in the blue. That is only about like $40. But since November and up, it's kind of stayed steady right here. Right here especially, this sold for $90. So let me go down to 180. So I can see that now the buy box stayed pretty steady for a bit, and it is on a decline right now. See how the blue is now coming back down? So let's see how it's performed just over the past 30 days. Right here is sold for $54.99, $58. So it's ranging a little bit still, but for the most part, I can come over and see that the buy box sells between $50 to $60 on average. Now, the next thing that I did was I came down and I wanted to see how many sales this product got estimated per month. And right here, I can see it's 43. Now, the reason why this is an estimate is because it can't track the exact number of sales. So every drop that we see on this chart is a sale, but we don't know how many for sure. Maybe this was a 10-minute time frame. So we know from this one drop that at least one sale took place. But for example, I bought 10 units in one transaction, and that would only be seen on this chart as one drop. So the estimated number of sales is not going to be the exact, but you know that it's about 43. It's probably considerably higher than that because, like I said, it can't count every single drop. It only does it in a certain time span. And in that time span, it could have sold 20 units. So we see here that there's 43 drops, but that doesn't mean just 43 units. Hopefully I didn't confuse you by that. And then if I go a little lower, now I can scope out the competition. I can see exactly how many sellers are on this, what they're selling it for, and how much they have in stock. So this gives me a point to know where I should be listing the product for. So right here, I have an FBA seller at 46, but by the time I send my stuff to Amazon and it gets to the warehouse, those are going to be gone. So I know that because it's going to take a little bit to get there, and this is selling upwards of at least 50 a month. So these would all be gone, which means that as long as new sellers don't come on and stay at this low point, once these people fall off, hopefully the new sellers will start listing it for these upper prices and matching these prices. So I'm hoping that I can sell this for like maybe 50 bucks. So tactical arbitrage tells you a ton of information, and I always use it for my arbitrage sourcing. If you do want to try it out, there is a free 10-day trial for you. I'll link it in the description below, and you can see just how amazing the software is. So now if I come back to this listing, I'm going to say that I want to sell it for, let's say $54. It's safe to say that I could probably sell it for that price very quickly. My buy price, I paid $15.25 each for these. It's probably going to cost me maybe 20 cents per unit in shipping to get it to Amazon. So maybe I will up that to $15.45 just to make sure I'm covering my expenses. And now I can calculate and see how much I made on each of these. So I'm going to make a net profit of $25 on each of these straighteners. So that is pretty amazing. And again, how I found this was just scrolling through Amazon. So let's go to the main face of Amazon and see if we can get lucky again together. So maybe I'll just type in straighteners again, see what happens. You can literally type in anything that you're thinking of, from A to Z. And you're just going to want to scroll through and try to find something that right now all of a sudden has a super low price. So what I'm looking for is to see that the price is scratched out beside it. All right, so like right here, I can see that it's scratched out right here, and a new seller came on and listed it for this price. So previously, the seller who was selling it before and had the buy box was at $79.99. And now a new seller just jumped on and dropped the buy box by $10. Now that right there isn't going to be a significant amount to drop it in order for you to want to buy all of their stock to resell it. But that's exactly how you do this model. You're just going to want to see that this price is a lot less than what the scratched off price is, because that means a new seller came onto this listing and that is their inventory. So if it's low enough to the point where you'll be able to make a profit off of it, then you're just going to buy all of their stock, get it delivered to you, relist it, and then you'll be making profits off of it from the same outlet that you bought it from. So let me show you, let's just click on it for fun, but I'll show you that there's probably not any profit just by dropping it $10. Now I can also come here and see all of the different sellers that have this. And the majority were listing it for $79, and then all of a sudden this guy jumps on for $69. So I can't sell this anyways, I'm not thinking, because it says that I need approval. But I'll show you how, if this does pop up, all you're going to do if you have this extension, the multi-tool extension, is to click Seller Central. And then for condition, come over and do new, and then click Apply to Sell. And this will pull up the application for you to request approval. So I'm requesting it with this brand. Let's hit it and see if I'm on-gated. So I didn't think I would be, but this is just to confirm that no, I'm not. If the listing page would have popped up where I could start listing the product, that's how you know that you're approved to sell it. But because this application popped up, that means that I would have to go and get a letter from them or to have an invoice from them. So I didn't think I could sell this, but that's just how you can check to see if you're on-gated in a product. So selling it at $79.99. Buying it for $69.99. If you calculated that, it's probably not, So you're still losing out on $7 profit. So that means if I wanted to make anything off of selling this, I would need to be finding it for at least $60. So this wasn't enough of a price break for me to want to buy that low seller's inventory. So let's go check something else. So maybe shampoo. And now that's all you do. Keep scrolling again and trying to find something that the price has been completely slashed down significantly. So here I can see the last seller had this for 37 and now it's 31. That's a nice slash, but not enough to bring us any profits. So we have some Nexus here that usually sells for 21 and someone uploaded some inventory for only 16. So you can see how if you don't mind online shopping and scrolling, you could just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you are bound to find some products that you can sell. This is an interesting one. I could do a little bit more research on this, which I probably will end up doing. I can see a 3-pack here of Tresemme that usually sells for almost $15. And I can get the whole 3-pack for only $7.79. So maybe this brand might even sell in 1-packs where that would still get me a nice profit off of. So let's check it out. So first I'm going to pull the ASIN because I want to throw this into tactical arbitrage to see what the buy box typically stands at. How high of a profit can I get for this? Right here, it doesn't say I have any limitations to sell, so that's good. I know I can sell the shampoo. I'm going to come right here for check another ASIN. And I can see that Amazon right here in the orange, that is Amazon selling. They were on this listing, but they jumped off about March 22nd or so, and they haven't been back on since. So let's see if they typically jump on and off. Let's go to a year. Oh yeah. So Amazon is usually all over this listing. And right now they are not at the moment. So maybe they're having trouble finding the stock for it to have. But here it is. It was selling for $7.79 and then Amazon jumped off. So that's why it was selling for so much, because as soon as Amazon goes out of stock, the other sellers that are in stock, now they get to start getting the sales. So it would have stayed at this nice steady line had a new seller not come on and dropped it so low. This only gets estimated 10 sales a month, so that's not great. So it is showing that Amazon has a few in stock. See, this is what I don't get. Amazon selling it for that price, it's showing that after fees, they lose money. Like they're not even making any money off of it. It's nuts. That's why the buy box drops so low though when Amazon comes onto a listing, because they are on so many stinking listings that they don't even care if they're only making like 50 cents profit, because to them, it's still profit. So those 50 cents every hundreds and thousands of listings, that adds up. So yeah, I wouldn't want to, personally, I wouldn't want to get the stock because Amazon is showing that it likes to dominate this listing and it's going to come back on probably. Looking at the selling history, it comes on a lot. So they've jumped off a couple bit here, a little bit here, and then they're always getting right back on. So personally, I wouldn't want to buy it because I know that they're probably coming back and then they're going to jack the price right back down. You could even do this with toys. If you're interested in selling toys, maybe just put in toys into the search. This is kind of interesting. I can see that this toy was selling for $75. Someone dropped it way down to $60. First, I want to see if I'm actually ungated to sell this. And I can sell it. I was kind of thinking maybe it would be something I was restricted in because it seems like a really hot item, but it doesn't say I have any limitations to sell here. So let me grab this ASIN and see what it typically sells for across time. Back to tactical arbitrage. So it's a fairly new product. It didn't start collecting any data until right here in October. This buy box is going crazy on steady. Amazon was initially on it, selling it for almost $70, went out of stock. That's when it started selling for $134, $150. What? Who pays this price for toys? Amazon came back in stock, dropped it back down to $70, went out of stock. Here we are again selling for $120. So they're out of stock right now. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is something where Amazon is coming on and off. So I feel like I would want to take a risk on this. Even though I see Amazon on it, when they jump off, it's still selling. And that's a really high price that it's selling for. So right now that they're off, see, they were selling it for $59, Amazon was. went out of stock and now it's already jumped to 69. So it might even jump even higher, depending on if Amazon comes right back in stock or not. So there are some sellers who have it listed all the way up to $75. We have this shown as 3,000 monthly sales. I have a lot of kids. I've never heard of this. This is interesting. Okay, so the buy box is at $59.99. Let me just make sure I can't get it for cheaper. So I can get it sold by the Amazon warehouse for $50. I'm just going to run this into Google and see if this sells online somewhere else and I can find it for even cheaper than $50. Wow, this is like a really expensive toy. So yeah, I'm not really seeing it cheaper anywhere else. Walmart has it for $100. Let's pull up the shopping tab. So I'd be really interested in taking a gamble on these items, especially once it gets closer to Christmas time, because if Amazon does go out of stock and people can't find it anywhere else, they'd be willing to pay a premium price for it on Amazon. Who will you magically create? Oh, so you don't know who's in there. Ooh, it's like a blind bag. The blue and the pink are both going for $60. A buy box though, selling at $100. That's why it was selling so much here, because that's exactly what happened. So Christmas time right here, people ordering before Christmas, Amazon wasn't in stock and they were buying this for $115, $120. So I'm curious if that trend will happen again, because if we bought this from Amazon right now for that $50, I'll put in 51, and we sold it during the holiday season, even for $100 flat, that would be a profit of $21 each time this sells. And we saw from Tactical Arbitrage that this sells thousands per month. So that would be a good gamble. I would take that gamble. I'm probably not going to take that gamble now because I've just shared it with all of you. But hey, if that's a gamble you're thinking about taking, there are a ton of sellers on here, but that implies that these do sell. So yes, there's a lot of competition, but it seems like they're selling like hotcakes. So if you could pick them up for $50 now, and Amazon's not on this listing during the holiday season, you could easily sell them for $100 and be making $20 per unit. So that's how this strategy works. You are literally just kind of jumping around, searching random things and trying to find something that all of a sudden has been slashed off and the price has been lowered. Look at this right here. This is potential here that it would be a risk, but isn't everything that you buy a risk? It really is. It could be a $21 per product sold risk that you take, depending on how many units you end up buying. Then if you can unload those for that $100 price, that could be some really great profit in your pocket. So hopefully this strategy was helpful to you guys, just to have one more strategy to put in your back pocket to be able to find some arbitrage on Amazon that you can buy from Amazon, flip it, and resell on Amazon for a higher price. Good luck out there sourcing, you guys, and hit that subscribe button right now if you have not done so yet so you don't miss any of our videos. I'll see you next week. Bye.